Hey guys, how's it going? Dago Seda here, pretty snazzy walkthroughs. I've taken my meds, and I'm still homesick, and I'm ready to attempt this commentary. Probably should have seen that guy coming. Usually I actually walk around instead of just jumping straight down, but everyone knows. Hindsight is 2020. That's not really, because if you have a terrible memory, hindsight is more along the lines of I don't even know how to describe vision, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so remember in the first part of this walkthrough, I was mentioning, hey, I should have a counter that comes up on the screen for every time I use the word frankly or honestly when I'm about to say a fact, which I tend to do a lot. So, and then Knob007, my good friend or only subscriber that actually watches my videos occasionally, said, hey, you should definitely do that. So, I'm gonna do that. So, however, I'm shooting for 0. So whenever I misuse that word, it's gonna come up on the screen. On the bottom be a counter, but if I get 0, that would be completely ideal, and I'd be so proud of my skills as a commentator that I'd just be overjoyed, completely overjoyous. Yeah, so I was just actually working on this particular commentary a few minutes ago. Then my computer went pew and just shut down completely at random while I was doing it. I know there's not a battery issue because it's plugged in right now, so I'm a little confused, and it kind of scared me for a little bit. I was really confused. Mainly considering since I said I'm sick. If I didn't say that, then I'm sick. I said I'm sick, and when I'm sick, usually what happens is my ability to think coherently, slowly, actually not slowly, very quickly, deteriorates. So I'm thinking all weird, and it's just like, ooh, everything's a breeze, and yeah, it's all just so weird. Actually, this is probably the 3rd day I've been sick now. Yeah, I would go to school, but I'd probably just fail everything I do in school if I went now. So, yeah. Alright, so this is the part where we actually start collecting the Plaga Samples. And this part is actually something that I got really scared that he was going to hit me there. If he hit me, I would have been so mad, because the stun rod guys, they actually do quite a lot of damage. It's about as much damage as a mace. Or, not a mace, a flail. It's about as much damage as the flail guys, except that they just, this time they're stun rods instead of flails. In fact, I think they might even do more damage. I don't know. They both deal quite a number to you. Yeah. So if you guys have seen my channel description, I wrote somewhere there that my fuel is Coke. Well, that's kind of a lie now, because my life is almost literally run by ginger ale. Normal people drink coffee in the morning. I drink a can of ginger ale. It just gets me through the day, and it makes your stomach feel so good. Because, I don't know, if you guys know me, I eat a lot. Not like I have an eating disorder, because all that's by choice, honestly. Oof, that's 1 already. Dang. Yeah. So all that's by choice. But, yeah, so that's not 0. All of my eating is by choice, and since I eat a lot, my stomach always has some sort of irregularity, I guess you can call it that. So what I do is I just drink ginger ale, and everything is so fantastic. Ginger ale is kind of like the nectar of the gods, except it's a nectar of Canada Dry. You know, I think I probably like the generic brands of ginger ale better than Canada Dry. Because I was actually just using this ginger ale to take my, like, cold medication and stuff. I was using the ginger ale for that, and when I was swallowing it, the taste was so overbearing. Maybe it's because you shouldn't just keep it in your mouth for a long period of time when you're trying to swallow a pill. Alright, so here are these axe guys I might have mentioned earlier. If I didn't, there's the axe guys. Best way to kill them, just shoot their head off. It worked the same in the campaign, actually. Just be careful. Sometimes they like to charge at you, so you have to have a quick reflex. So if they get right next to you, they deal a heck of a lot of damage. Yeah, so please just don't get hit by that. It'll ruin your day. Actually, it'll ruin your whole weekend, honestly. Because, you know, I was usually really good at doing assignment Ada, but I managed to screw the run I did to record. I managed to screw that one up a lot, actually. So that kind of ticked me off. I don't know why he turned around. You just assume I wasn't there. Excuse me. So yeah, make sure you collect all the spoils. You're always gonna want ammo. Like there's no such thing as too much ammo, I suppose, unless it's maybe handgun ammo. And also, by this point, you can probably ditch the scope on your rifle because it's really not doing you much good other than adding more shake to it. Because there's not really any instances left where you have to actually use long range. The only instance where long range was even remotely useful was at the very start of this when I sniped that one guy. If you remember that, which it was really optional. I was gonna talk about it, but I forgot to, or something like that. See, I love the critical on this gun. It's so high, I can just kill everything with it. It just makes me so happy on the inside. Alright, so this is actually about where my computer shut down in my last attempt at doing this commentary. If it does it again, I'm just gonna cry. But yeah, so if you remember in the story mode, I believe you were able to operate the crane in here, but for some reason you can't do it as Ada. It's probably because she's a girl and girls can't operate heavy machinery. That was an intended sexist joke. Yeah. So one thing I want to point out is JJ is not a very good ally to these guys. He will shoot them, so just let him do so. Don't waste your ammo. I think my timing was a little off here. Like, you shoot him once, maybe to knock him down if they're gonna get up here, but he will kill them. And I was really impatient, so I let him shoot me. That was really stupid on my part. But whatever, I still killed him. He's the last guy left here, I believe. Well, actually, after you kill him and go down, more people come out. But they're not nearly as much of a problem as, say, JJ. Oh, wait, this guy. I forgot about him. Yep, definitely forgot about him. But also, fortunately, this gives me an excuse to use one of my red, green, yellow herbs and save some space in inventory. So basically what I'm going to say is feel free to get hit while you're doing this because you need the inventory space. And don't miss out on that red herb. I tend to miss out on things like that quite frequently and it kind of bothers me. Whatever. Alright, so when you turn around, there should be two guys with boomsticks, and they always manage to kill themselves. 90% of the time. I don't even have to shoot them and they're dead. So, yeah, the enemies are better at killing themselves than you are at killing them. And here we go. So this is where I decided, hey, I can make a triple green. Might as well. It'll save me actually 2 extra spots in my inventory instead of just 1. Actually, I really only freed up 1 thing in there. Whatever. Okay. You know, I was really tempted to use honestly there. Yeah. So I think just because that was the only time I only used honestly incorrectly once. Well, it was slightly correctly, but it was still annoying that I even used it. I only used it once, so I think I might not even bother with the counter unless I find myself getting up to about, say, like 20. Then I'll put up the counter just because it'd be funny. Yeah, I was really hoping it'd be an amusing occurrence where I get hundreds of users of the word honestly. And here, I got kind of I really didn't feel like fighting any of these guys, so I decided I'd just like run past them, and it worked. And I'm really I think he just killed his friend there. Well, I don't think these guys are even friends anymore. They don't even really have a mind of their own. Alright, now we're moving onward. There's, what is this room? Do I remember correctly? Oh, yeah, so this is the third, yeah, this is the third Plaga sample we're about to collect. And that grenade's going to come in handy in a couple seconds because I believe I'm about to use it here. Yeah. This is where This is probably the second hardest part of the level. After you get this sample and going through that door, that's the only other thing that might pose any sort of threat, which I stopped myself. Which really didn't pose much of a problem to me because I got really good at doing that part. I think I might have done it without getting hurt, if I remember correctly, but then again, my memory is terrible. As I said at the beginning, hindsight is 20/20, but not when your memory is terrible. Mine. I think I used the exact amount of shots in the clip here. Something like that. I had... No, I didn't. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Alright. So, yeah, it gets really annoying when you're at the point in this where you have to ditch other items just to collect these silly Plaga samples. I really wish they could have been key items or something like that. I don't even know why I decided to waste here. I think... Yeah, and plus they force you to get rid of something too. Because they say, oh, you can't drop the Plaga sample, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so get rid of that scope, because you really don't need it anymore. Oh, I got scared there. I thought my computer was about to shut down again, but it didn't. Hooray. Alright, so this is pretty much the end of the video, and right now I'm just, my OCD is kicking in. I kind of want to have all, like, items next to each other. But, okay guys, so next video we'll be the end of assignment 8A. We're going to collect the final Plaga samples, the last 2 of them, and fight the boss. Alright, see ya.